Okay, so as you can see, I have kind of a lot of acne, and so this is going to be kind of how I cover it up. I'll kind of show you under the light. I mean, I kind of have fairly bad acne, and so, okay, well, I use Neutrogena skin clearing makeup, in, classic ivory. It's 10, because I'm really pale, but, I mean, it really all kind of depends. I just kind of put it on a sponge. Sometimes I'll use my fingers, or I'll kind of use my hand as like a palette. And I'll just dip the sponge in there. I like the sponge because it kind of gets it more evenly. I can just kind of dab it on like this. And make sure that you get kind of in your neckline, because otherwise you're going to get this really masky look, because your neck and your face, they're not exact shades. You should get in here too, otherwise you're going to have a totally different color nose. Okay, and I'm just going to pat that on both sides of my face. And I usually do a couple layers, but in between, as you can see, it's already starting to really cover up here, as comparison. And honestly, I really don't use that much. I guess maybe about maybe a quarter size amount. It really does not take that much to really get a first layer. And when I'm having even worse breakouts, I'll use it's Neutrogena skin clearing, and it's like a pen. It's just like a spot cover-upper, like a concealer, and it's also medicated to kind of help with that. Okay, and then I used Coverup powder. It's Professional Loose Powder, Translucent Fair, which is number 105. Once again, I'm really pale. And it kind of has, I don't know if you can see that, it has little holes, and the powder comes out of that. Just kind of dab it on there, then I tilt my face back, so the powder kind of stays on there. Okay, and I didn't fully cover it, and so then I'll kind of go back and I'll add a tiny bit more makeup, just to the spots that need it, and then I'll do another layer of powder over top of that, because I have a really bad problem with my hair sticking to my face if I don't kind of fix the, I don't know if it's foundation or concealer or whatever this stuff is. I use it as concealer, so I think a lot of people do. I don't think a lot of people know the difference at this point anymore. And yeah, I just make sure that I get really on my problem spots. And the thing I like about this is it's not super, globby, I guess I could say, cakey. And it gives kind of a really nice, smooth look. And the reason I like dabbing is because then otherwise I get kind of streaks. And you can do that with your fingers too, which I do a lot of times also. And make sure you get up in your hairline, especially if you have pimples there, because it'll look really weird. Yeah. And then, of course, extra layer. And if I don't use bronzer or blush or anything like that, but if you're to do that, you would just maybe not add as much powder, or yeah, add the equal amount, but make sure that but just remember that it's gonna kind of be a little bit lighter because it's gonna be mixing with other powders. if you're doing this. So you can just add and add, not as much, kind of in the cheek area here, you know. Or if you're doing bronzer, you could use not as much here or here. And, I mean, you can still kind of see a little bit of acne, but it's a pretty good cover-up. This is also really bad lighting, so it brings out the red. Yeah, and if you want to see how I do my eye makeup, I'll post that video in a little bit.